so many leaders are running around putting out fires. Something has to change.
Yeah, firefighting is their full-time job. But that's not what they were hired to do. No one, except firefighters, does it say on their job application that you will be fighting fires. And yet that's what so many leaders, managers are spending all their time on. And one of the major problems with that, in addition to the fact that there's a fire they need to put out, is all the energy they're putting into firefighting should have gone into growth. So as long as you're fighting fires, organizations are not growing. They're not growing. We don't want to make people better firefighters. That's not really our goal, but there is a first step between not firefighting and the reality that people are in today. And that is, I think first we need to become the fire chief, which is take on the coordination so that we are actually, the fires still do need to get put out, but they need to be put out in an organized way, which means you need to organize the people around you rather than you doing it yourself. The fire chief doesn't pick up the hose. Right, they coordinate the people who do that around it. And I think that's actually a critical, real, rational, reasonable first step people can take. Because the other problem is people are used to firefighting. And so they go to it as their default. So they want to put out the fire, but then they move on to the next fire. And that becomes the problem because they haven't actually addressed anything fundamental. I think what we really want to equip people to become is more like building inspectors, which sounds a little boring in some ways, maybe some days, but it's more about setting building codes for the organization, defining our processes and our systems, our structures, our materials, so that we've built things so they don't burn. We've built things so that the odds and the risk of there being a fire go way down. We focus on prevention. We get ahead of it. We get truly proactive. That's when leaders go from just putting out fires and frankly stopping growth from happening to making sure the fires are gone and we're actually building stronger organizations.